Good morning, beautiful people. It is November 9th, 2012 at 10:02 a.m. We've got 2 days till 11:11, and it sure is interesting watching everyone feel the need to join in, participating by dreaming their wildest dreams, and adding that to the collective soup. And what an incredible time to be alive here on this planet. It's the culmination of many years of light workers, light warriors, holding the light as the opposite polarity to the negativity and duality, so that we could experience everything that we've experienced in the so-called fall that we've had since Atlantis. The fall was nothing more than an absolute separation from source, falling into our ego, into that duality of the brain, and experiencing the darkness, experiencing what it's like not to remember that we're great spiritual beings. It's been quite interesting, and right now we're at the time of reemergence. We're at the time of remembering, of putting back together all that we are on the truly higher, greater levels. Of course, many people still identify with their ego and thinking that the physical body is who they are, and that has been the game, rather than to identify it as an earth transportation mechanism. We thought that was who we truly were, and it ended upon the cease of the breath and body. That is not a truth. Hey fella, how are you doing? Go play. Cool, that's neat to watch them fly off. Anyway, 11/11 is coming up, and that's the day to dream our wildest dreams of what we wish to manifest as we invert during the 11th gateway, the 11th 11/11 gateway since January 11th, 1992 is going to happen on November 22nd. And what that 11th gate is just like looking through a lens, just like an eyeglass lens, just like this camera lens that's looking at me. What it sees is an inversion. It sees an equal and opposite. 1022 could also be like the small of an hourglass, where we're spinning in to that center point, and we invert, we flip, we go from duality back into the oneness, and then we spiral back out into the new Aquarian age. And so 11/11/12 in this portal that's known as the interior conversion, the power that is really feeding this is the mass collective coming together in unified focus to manifest it. The superpower, of course, we started at the harmonic convergence and attuned or atoned the planet. The opening the 11/11 doorway, January 11th, 1992, allowed the frequencies. It's kind of like a double helix that goes from Mother Earth to the galactic center. And it allowed the higher frequencies to come into planet, which raised the consciousness of all of humanity and the collective on the planet. And at that same time that we did that, we saw the introduction of the internet and a whole level of technology, which was a reflection of those higher vibrations and higher conscious awareness coming through. We saw that as a fractal in the technology. And many people went farther and farther into the technology, creating devices that we normally have with our spiritual powers. Just like the internet, we all have telepathy powers available, but since so few people in the collective right now are using that means of communications, we have a reflection of that, which is the internet and the computer-based technologies. And it's interesting to have watched that all throughout these years. So anyway, the August 16th and 17th, 1987, we had the harmonic convergence, and that attuned or atoned the planetary frequencies and balanced them out. Soon after we did that, the Berlin Wall collapsed, China opened up. I was one of the first people to go into there. And the Soviet Union collapsed. And the lessening of duality started with that. Opening the 1111 doorway in 1992 allowed the higher planetary frequencies to come in, and humanity's conscious levels as a collective began increasing. And in February of 1992, because the second group of 144,000 came together in unified focused thought, bringing us into states of Christ consciousness, which so many of us are experiencing now as we have shifted our consciousness from our head and duality into the oneness of our hearts, and we've activated our heart chakras. That's the Christ consciousness. The Christ grid actually was formed after we opened the 1111 doorway in January 1992. By February 1992, the actual Christ grid above planet Earth was reestablished, and it had been missing since the fall of Atlantis, since it was destroyed so that we could experience the duality in separation. And so all this is putting it back together. Now, we've had 10 various gateways of frequency, which are like each one of the gates, the 1111 gates, which steps up the frequencies, takes us into a higher octave of vibration, a higher note, a higher level of frequency, which in turn steps up our awareness. Many people on the planet don't realize that they've been going through this, but all consciousness on this planet and all life is consciousness. All of it is doing this. All of it is increasing its frequencies. We've had 10 so far, and on November 22nd will be of 2012. It's at 10:10 right now on 11/9/12. On November 22nd, we go through that small part of the hourglass, or it's actually like a reversal. We're coming from duality and we're going into the oneness. We, just like looking through a lens, it switches to the opposite polarity as you look through. You see it as an opposite. Left is right, right is left. So we're going from the duality into the oneness, and that is the transition point, is November 22nd, 2012. And what happens is the dreams that we're dreaming on 11/11/12 is what is feeding that new reality to manifest. And then we go through the time of ascension, which is considered the 12/12/12 gate activation, and then 12/21 is the birthing of new earth. Whether we'll wake up on 12/22 and have an instant new reality, I don't know about that, but because realities take a long time to actually manifest, and it depends on the frequency and the like quotient of the individuals participating as to how quickly that manifests. Just like we, through our chakra activation and through our focused divine thought, the vision, invoking it by speaking it forth, and then feeling it as it already happened from our hearts, just like that creates the manifestation within our own lives. We're doing this with Mother Earth. We are doing this on a collective global scale, which is fractal also, and the same thing is happening on the solar scale, the solar system scale, and on the galactic scale, and on the universal scale. So, everything is ascending because everything is fractal here, and we are the center point right here on Earth for this whole universe's expansion. How beautiful. How incredibly beautiful. Man, this is a wonderful, wonderful planet to be on, and giving thanks and having gratitude only increases our light quotient and makes our manifestations occur far more readily. And right as I said that, it was 11:11. Wow. Okay, so December 21st, we step into the new Earth realities, and really we'll be cleaning up a whole lot of what has been. How quickly we step into this new Earth reality depends on how many of the collective joining in with their focused intent, how many hold that dream and vision, and the light quotient and the vibrational levels attained by each of those persons who are participating, as well as the unawakened collective of humanity. And so it all works together. We're all working this together. And it's so monumental what we are doing now. But these dreams that we are holding for 11, 11, 12, for each person on the planet who'll join in, dreaming their wildest dream, the participation on 11/22 as we activate the 11th and the final of the 11/11 gateways is critical. It's absolutely critical that everybody on this planet who feels the calling join in. And of course it's going to be absolutely perfect. It always is. It's been said for a long time, we've already done it. We've already ascended the planet. We've already ascended the universe. We're just going through the steps, the process, the rituals, the ceremonies now. So anyway, yep, don't lose your focus of what all's going on here, people. Please participate on the 11/11, and then participate with the solar eclipse that's coming up on the 13th, 14th. Then again on 11/22 for the 11th 11/11 gate activation to step up the frequencies more. Please participate in that. Of course, there'll be a lunar eclipse just after that. And then we have Thanksgiving globally, where everybody joins their family in gratitude. And then we'll have the 12/12/12 gate activation coming up after that. I'll be in Phoenix with many of my Lakota and Mayan friends and Cherokee friends and so many others that are joining us for the Star Knowledge Conference there. Mark Dream Peebler and Laura Eisenhower and many, many more. Mazat Zahn and Chief Golden Light Eagle and Chief Blue Star, all the sacred, so many of the sacred grandmothers will all be joining for the 12/12/12 then. And then we'll have December 21st, and that is the birthing of the new Earth. And then we'll have a portal at December 31st too. And there'll be many more portals coming through 2013 and onward. But hold the vision, people. Hold the vision. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Love you all. Bye for now.